review of the features of the HTC Touch from Alltel here in the United States. Just picked this phone up today, and it's replacing a Trio 700. As you can see, it's a pretty small phone, nice and thin, much smaller than my Trio 700 was. You also notice right off the bat, there's absolutely no keyboard. The thing that concerned me the most about this phone was that it was going to go to an all-touch based keyboard, and I was curious how it was going to work, but needless to say now, I'm actually quite happy with it. What we're seeing here today, the first is the home screen. The home screen shows you your current upcoming tasks. Don't have much going on this weekend. And then you got your clock, how many emails you currently have, which I have 0, voicemails, and missed calls, which are all zeroed out at the moment. And then you have 4 quick tabs you can hop through. The home screen, which shows you this information. You can click the weather tab, which takes us to our weather. So in Plainville, Kansas, it says it's 19 degrees out right now, kind of cloudy. I'll show you on my webpage later how you can modify the city list to get any cities you want. Quick list of applications you can want. You can add and remove apps from here that you quickly want to launch or go to and things like that. So quite handy to be able to, you want a quick way to get to your calculator. You got a quick way to get to your calculator. And then last but not least, you have kind of your sound profile screens where you can go from normal to silent to vibrate and so on and so forth. You can also change your ringers directly from there. So some nice little quick things you can hop around and get to. You then of course have your 2 soft keys that Windows Mobile users are kind of used to having there. On the Today screen, the soft keys are set to calendar and contacts respectively. So click calendar. Of course, I'm going to get my pretty standard Windows Mobile calendar here that I can flip through my days and my month and so on and so forth and see what I got going on. Also have my contact list, which of course is the pretty standard Windows Mobile contact list. The nice thing about this contact list is that you can just see so many contacts per screen. You've also got your letters over on the side, so if I want to quickly jump to the G's, I can do that, or I can scroll through them, stopping at any time. Nice little feature that the HTC Touch has added there, so that scroll. And that scroll feature is universal, pretty well works across the board. So that's quite nice. You can bring up your applications like you kind of normally would expect to see with the start menu. So if I want to launch Google Maps, I of course could find myself right there inside of Google Maps, searching away. Now, the more interesting way to launch applications, this thing that the HTC Touch can known for, is with the TouchFlo feature. What you do is you start at the bottom of the screen and just flick up, which brings you into TouchFlo. This brings you to a list of, this is my kind of quick contacts list, so it shows you pictures of people, or if they have no picture, just their name. You can also go directly to your contact list. Sorry, I should have just flicked up there. You can go directly to the dial pad, so on and so forth. You can also then flip over to the next page. So if I want to listen to my music, I just hit music. And I can see my music. Maybe I want to see all my music, and I want to start listening to maybe Beautiful Letdown. Give it a moment to start playing. There you go. It does come with headphones for you to use, as well as an adapter to be able to use any headphones that you want. Again, anytime I can just flick up, bring it here. Now it's actually showing you that I have this song playing right here inside of the TouchFlo interface, which I can pause. Maybe you can go to Photos. The photo manager is quite nice. It actually is set up for landscape orientation. You click on your photo and see it, at which point you can slide if you want to, or just use the D-pad. Pictures look quite nice on it. This video probably is not doing justice to how good the pictures do actually look. So that's quite nice. And there's also a video feature as well, which I don't have any videos loaded at the moment. Flick over again, and this is a special page just for Alltel applications, for getting ringtones and all sorts of stuff like that directly from it. And then here is a list of other kind of quick apps that are going to be most commonly used. Email, SMS, Internet Explorer, tasks, the Communications Manager, and so on and so forth. If you want to get rid of this, go back to the standard interface, flick down at any time, and boom, you're right there. Quite useful that way. So, now of course, some things people want to be doing on this phone, of course, would be using the web. So you can, of course, use Internet Explorer like you'd always expect to. Of course, you can flick up and flick down to scroll through pages just like any other thing. haven't really noticed much of a difference between Windows Internet Explorer on Windows Mobile 5 and Windows Mobile 6 yet, so if you use Mobile 5, it's going to feel quite the same to you. Now, the thing that a lot of people ask, or are probably worried about, is the keyboard. And this was the thing that kind of scared me more than anything else. So what we're going to do, we're going to the email list here, and let's go into Outlook email. So we've got all sorts of emails here, right? What we're going to do is we're going to create a new email. I'm not going to put a 2 in here. I'm just going to come right into the body, like I want to start typing. So click here, and it's going to bring up the keyboard. Now, there's a couple different keyboards that are supported. There's the keyboard that absolutely everyone would hate, which would be the standard little itty-bitty keyboard like that. See how small that keyboard is? There's no way my thumb right there is going to ever use that keyboard. That's the keyboard I saw originally, and that scared me to death. But then I saw the Touch keyboard. The Touch keyboard has a 2-key per button layout, similar to what you might expect to see maybe on a BlackBerry Pearl or something like that. But it also supports text recognition. So, like, let's say I want to use the word cheese. I just start typing cheese like you would expect, and it immediately finds the word for me right there. I hit space. Let's see right there, and you can see I have cheese. You can also disable the text like that and use kind of the double tap method, so that if you wanted a Y, you would just tap that twice, so on and so forth. Using this method is very quick for me. Anybody used to using kind of the two letters per key layout on like a BlackBerry, you're going to be very, very, very comfortable with that and like it quite a bit, I think. So we'll say no there. Again, in your email list, you can scroll just like anything else. One of the nice things about the move to Windows Mobile 6 is that you have HTML formatted emails. So you can see here, got like an image footer from on this one here at the bottom, quite nice. And that, of course, is great. One of the other features you have on any of the Windows mobile phones that's always nice is Office Mobile. So if you need to open an Excel file, maybe a Word document, anything like that, you're going to be able to quite comfortably and conveniently and select quite well just with your finger. One of the things I've really liked so far in the short amount of time that I've been using this phone is that I've never had to pull this little guy out. So on my Trio, I periodically would have to do that, and that was usually because the screen was recessed back in and I couldn't quite get to whatever was up here in the corner. But as you can see, nice and flat, not recessed in at all, easy to hit everything across the corners. Call quality sounds great. I haven't had any problems that way. Picture quality seems good for phone. I'm not a huge picture freak on my phone, so some people are probably more anal about that than I am. But all in all, I am quite happy with this little guy. Everything just works well. Got your call list there. Oh, and now I'm accidentally calling Chris Hansen, so we better stop that. Go to my call history and get like full call history again, flipping right through it just like you would always expect to see. And yeah, so it's quite nice. That is the HTC Touch with Alltel wireless. Very, very happy with it. Great phone. And I highly recommend it to anybody looking for a smartphone or Windows mobile phone. It's quite good stuff.